If Neymar was there, it wouldn't have happened. I'm putting that on my life.
But that best ever season wasn't as good as Ronaldo. But I'm talking right now.
Right now, I'm talking right now as well.
6 fans, 1 podium, and some outrageous hot takes. This is fan jury. First up, it's a Man City fan, Brad!
If Neymar Jr. stayed at Barcelona, he will have more Ballon d'Ors than Cristiano Ronaldo. You agree, yeah? Come on, let's go. Thank you.
I love it.
This guy convinced a whole period, a whole era of kids to play like him. It was like, I want to play like Neymar. I want to do the skills. I want to be flary. Messi even said himself, if you stay, I will make you the best player in the world. Ronaldo, his best ever season, 63 goal contributions in one season, yeah? With Neymar's, it was, 1 second, sorry guys.
Let me just ask Google.
56 GAs.
So less GAs.
Yeah, 7 less GAs, but Neymar was holding that left wing 24/7. Ronaldo was there, striker.
He did less.
Yeah, but that's less goal scoring. Less goal scoring. That's not less assists.
GA is goals and assists.
Okay, cool. But if you want to talk about GA, yeah.
Right, quick question. So you say that Neymar would have won those Ballon d'Ors. What years would he have won them in?
2015, 16? Actually, that was his best ever season. He was incredible, tearing it up.
But that best ever season wasn't as good as Ronaldo.
Was Neymar not playing for Barcelona in 2015?
He was.
So he's saying if he'd stayed at Barcelona, he would have won the Ballon d'Or?
As in beyond PSG.
So which years from 2018 onwards would Neymar have won the Ballon d'Or?
Well, for sure, 2018. He should have won that one, where Modric won it, but he had one of the best Champions League campaigns we've ever seen. He took them to the finals, but lost to Bayern. But, well, you can't really blame him. He's not a one-man team. 2019 as well, when Liverpool smoked Barcelona 4-0. If Neymar was there, it wouldn't have happened. I'm putting that on my life. He could have won 2015. He could have won 2017. He could have won 2018, possibly 2019.
You just said he could have won in 2015, but he was at Barcelona then, and he didn't win it. He didn't win it, yeah.
Okay, well, he could have won it.
Now I'm stuck. He's done.
I'm going to give you an 8.
Ooh!
Purely for the fact that I actually agree with you. You just worded it horribly.
Okay.
I think the way Neymar played, if he stayed at Barcelona, Messi, etc., I think Ballon d'Or, why not? 8.
I disagree because I don't see Neymar winning 6 Ballon d'Ors from 2018 onwards. I think it's a bit crazy. I'm not sure what's going on there. But,
Injuries as well, man. Injuries.
I have to give it a 0. There's just no chance it would have happened. 0. I'm sorry, man.
Harsh.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to give you a 3. I did partly agree with some of it, but the points were poor and you contradicted yourself in quite a few of them. So I'll give it a 3.
Nice.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to give you a 2. Participation trophy you get for this one.
I'm going to disagree. I'll be real, to 0, my brother. Because, like, I probably think if he stays at Barcelona, there's more of a case that Messi will take it off him if he's got him to work off.
Even if Messi was going to like help him, push him to
Well, he didn't help him the other years. So, no, I'm absolutely going to disagree. He's not going to win. In that time frame, he's not winning 6 Ballon d'Ors.
Please tell me I didn't lose.
How do you feel like you did?
Not bad, actually.
Really? Right. You did score 13 points.
Hey, you know what? I swear I drew with someone.
He's got the
And just like his team, he's coming second. It's Jack!
We'll let him get that one out the way early. I'm here to tell you guys that there is not currently a better manager in world football than Mikel Arteta.
What did he say? Can we start the vote now?
Yeah, I don't hear any explanation.
As a football fan, the guys who like to watch football, not just stats and robots and Kevin De Bruyne crosses, we want to know about actual football. Mikel Arteta has walked in as his first managerial job, results straight away. First season, wins a trophy, FA Cup. Then he goes, okay, cool. Trophies are one thing, but I want to play entertaining football. This is Arsenal. We now are the team that other teams look around and go, give our manager a chance. Look what happened with Arteta. They gave him a chance, and now look at where they are. Maresca's trying it. He can't do it. He can't get to that top level just yet. I think the way that he's revolutionised the club is worth more than any Premier League trophy. I think every fan that is sat in front of me right now would take Mikel Arteta at their club.
You know what? I got to give it to you.
Fair play.
Because you said a bunch of nothing. That's what you said, yeah?
You talk about playing beautiful football. Could you please explain why in the last 2 seasons your only way of scoring goals is set pieces and why you just do long throw-ins and free kicks?
I can talk about this straight away. Can you name any Arsenal team in Premier League history that scored more than Arsenal's team last season?
No, but you're talking about style of football though and attractive on the eye.
Attractive is scoring goals, no?
No,
Not from throw-ins, mate.
No, not from long
Okay, so
throw-ins
dominating
or-
possession. Is that attractive?
Are you good on the eye to watch?
Yeah.
Do you play better football than you did in your peak era when are you in the Premier League?
But I'm talking about why Mikel Arteta is the best manager in the world today.
Yeah, we're getting.
I'm not talking about
He's saying
1990.
Best manager in the world. This is crazy.
Today, yes,
okay.
yeah.
Arne Slot came into Liverpool, one season, debut season, won the league. Okay, we've got Pep Guardiola that's won the league however many times, won the Champions League.
But I'm talking right now. I'm talking right now. Yeah.
Right now, I'm talking right now as well. Don't
But
worry,
you
I'm
say Pep
talking right
Guardiola
now.
won the league, but he hasn't done that in 2 years.
How is he better than Arne Slot?
Because I don't think Arne Slot has revolutionised Liverpool. I think he's coming off the back of Jurgen Klopp revolutionising Liverpool.
They all say this.
And used the spine of Van Dijk, Alisson and Salah to win a Premier League.
Let me say this though, there's a revolution that happened in Paris, like with Luis Enrique, who took over a team that had Neymar and Messi, and he came in and changed them and brought in young players and did similar things to what Arteta did. There's a different scale because everyone's in a bubble, but he did that and made them winners. Arteta's come and taken you over in a bad spot, but you went from losers to better losers.
I think the point you're making there is that Luis Enrique's biggest rivals are Marseille. You know what? Marseille would finish 13th in the Premier League. So.
Wait, DSK, you're here? Wait, what?
I think we're ready to vote.
Yeah, we're ready. I was ready for when he said the statement.
I'm giving you a 1. I'll be real. Like, I disagree. I think it's untrue, but I was trying to look at what you were saying to convince me. None of it did.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm giving it a -5. Because I can name about 5 managers better in the Premier League than Arteta.
I'm actually going to give you a red because I really think your point was terrible. I'm going to give you a 0, not because I'm a Tottenham fan, but just because of the amount of managers I can think that are better than Mikel Arteta.
Absolute disagree. Absolute. I'm sorry. I know you look distraught about that, but you can't be saying Mikel Arteta is the best manager in the world.
I just did.
And you're wrong. I think you know the rating, 0.
I'm surprisingly going to disagree. I'm going to give you 1 just because I respect and admire the pure delusion of standing up there and trying to make that point.
Thank you, guys. I'll take that. I'm all for the content, guys.
No, that couldn't have worked out any better. You have scored a grand total of 2. It's like the stars aligned. Second again. Next up, we have got a current European holder, Ed. Give it big up. Come on. Where's the love for Ed?
No one
Hey, he's won a trophy.
Pep Guardiola is the worst manager in the world. Oh no.
That is your take. That's your take.
It's a slightly clickbaity title, but my reasoning is, name a manager in the world that has done worse for football. Pep Guardiola would put out a field of 11 AI robots if he could. He wants them to play in position, stay in position, and be a good boy. That's not what I like to see in football. Left back for Jack Grealish, the guy that was tearing it up at Aston Villa, taking on man and scoring goals, and he was playing left back at City. So how did that end up for him? Well, obviously, as we know, he's now left and gone to Everton. Player of the month. Player of the month in a team where he's allowed to run around and kick the ball like he was when he was in school on the field and playing with his friends. God. Thank you.
Making you dribble, bruv. It's that bad.
And if you really think football is more enjoyable to watch now than it was 10, 15 years ago, you're lying to yourselves. Case dismissed.
He's dismissed this case.
He dismissed his own case.
Let's vote.
I honestly hate this concept of he's made players into robots. It's just a system because he's just done what football is meant to be: teamwork.
But look at football in general. Look at the teams and what they used to be. Look at the players and what they used to be. You telling me we've got the same caliber of players that run through teams and that can dribble like they did and played the way they could play freely and free run. Pep has taken it away.
He hasn't.
He's just stolen it.
He just doesn't like people losing the ball. He doesn't like players losing the ball.
He's done very well in what he's done because everyone wants to copy him.
With respect, sir, that wasn't the statement. You said that Pep Guardiola is the worst manager in the world.
I'm being a bit harsh putting it all on Pep because maybe what I should really be doing is blaming everyone else for copying him, because if Pep was doing it by himself, fair enough, football doesn't change, he plays his own way.
Why is that Guardiola's fault? He didn't tell everyone to copy him.
That's why I just said I probably shouldn't be putting blame on him. But
you can't change
If he's such a machine maker, robot maker, why did he create the best player we've ever seen, Lionel Messi?
I don't know if you could say Pep Guardiola created him. I don't think he's his dad, but he did do very well to bring him through. Listen, like I said, he's done well. I can't fault what Pep's done. Maybe I should have changed the statement to people copying Pep has ruined football or something like that.
I'm going to agree, but it's a low agree on a 5 because I actually think you make some valid points about the style of football, how it's robotic, how it's not particularly enjoyable to watch. But then I obviously can't agree with him being the worst manager ever.
I'm going to go and agree, but I'm not going to agree with the statement that you said and say he's the worst manager of all time. I think he's probably up there with one of the best managers of all time. What I do agree with is the fact that other people are copying and they're not as good at it, but that's not Pep's fault. I'm going to give you a 4. Was it under 5?
Push up to a 5, mate.
5.
Yeah, there
5.
we go.
I'm gonna go with a solid 0, mainly based on the fact that you're in the courtroom and you've changed your statement. You've changed your statement in front of the jury. We already know you lied.
For me, a 0 as well. It looked like it hurt you to make that statement.
I'm perfectly healthy.
I think that was terrible. 0.
I'm going to give it a 1. I mean, I disagree. I give it a 1 because you changed your statement multiple times. I don't even know if you knew what you were debating towards the end of it. Everyone else copying Pep is not Pep's fault. People can do it. They're choosing not to, and they're using Pep as a scapegoat. So I've given it a 1.
Ed, you scored 11 points.
Pretty good.
That's not bad, not bad.
Statement.
I'll take it.
Next up, representing Blue Co, Charlie, come on. Charlie, well done, mate, well done.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here in front of the jury. My statement today is the Club World Cup will become bigger than the Champions League.
Yeah.
Club World Cup. Let's look at what you have to do to qualify for that. It is the best of the best. You've either got to win the Champions League or your continent's equivalent. You have truly got the best teams from around the globe, not just the best teams in Europe like the Champions League is. Look at the trophy as well, by the way. Is there a better looking trophy than that?
The actual World Cup?
No. Not the actual World Cup. And this is only growing. This is expanding. You know, it's a global tournament. We forget the previous incarnation of it, where Premier League sides pretty much won it every time.
No, you forget the previous incarnation.
I've won the previous incarnation of
So
it.
have I.
So it's not a problem. But you lot are intercontinental champions now. That doesn't count.
So is the European Cup not the same as the Champions League?
Well, it's a different name, innit? But this is it's a different name. But that's been rebranded.
You said your criteria was it's the champions from every league and it's the elite, but how comes the English and Spanish champions weren't in it?
Oh, I can explain. Because they didn't meet the qualification criteria in that period of
It's
time.
another technicality.
So they didn't reach
But
the
in the
qualification.
Champions League, you're playing against Liverpool's and Barcelona's, but in yours, you're playing against Al Hilal.
What was the name of that New Zealand team that featured part-time
Auckland.
players?
Put respect on the champions of Oceania.
Absolutely not.
I just want to say, you keep talking about good-looking trophy.
Yep.
You've got 2 stars.
Yep, 2 stars.
You
Yep.
have to call me a world champion.
Yep, correct. Yep.
It sounds like a weird kink. And if that is what this competition is going to do to fans, I don't know if I want to be part of it.
If it's an elite competition, you surely want your teams that you're playing against at the best level, just like they are in the Champions League. They work all season to do this. PSG had to compete and also play against you guys off the back of winning the Champions League, having no rest, having no nothing
We
like this.
also played
You were in the
Conference League final,
you're in the
no rest,
Conference
yep.
League against. Can you name me your quarters, semi, and final opponents?
Yes, okay, we can go Legia Warsaw. I'm not finished yet. Djurgården from Sweden. I think it's a fair case. This is just the first edition.
Again,
by
what was
the way.
your? Can you say your statement again?
That the Club World Cup will become bigger than the Champions League.
You know what? I'm gonna give you 1
One.
purely on the fact you didn't change your argument midway through.
That's
but
fair.
it was a horror point.
Well, I don't think it's that bad.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to give him 2 because a lot of the other opinions you hear, that's wrong. We actually don't know what's going to happen with it. We don't know. Maybe in 100 years' time, it is going to be bigger.
Disagree. I'm going to give you a 3.
This is good.
I'm going to disagree, but I'm going to give you a 4. Because the Club World Cup happening every 4 years, I think that's going to elevate it crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to give you a 3 as well because I think there is a point where if they can get it right, it can be more prestigious. But we're talking about the Champions League, so yeah, I'm going to have to give you a 3.
I'm quite happy with that.
Charlie, not bad performance. Could have been better, but you know.
It could have been worse though.
I like your outlook. You scored 13 points.
That's pretty respectable.
That's good. That's good.
Happy.
We'll take it. Next up, we have the face of Manchester United online. Is Dev FC.
Good afternoon, fans of the jury. My statement is that when you take everything into account, both as a player and as a manager, Johan Cruyff is the greatest of all time. That's quite a noise there. So we're talking about someone who's been World Player of the Year for 2 different teams. That's one, you know. He changed Ajax. People now know who Ajax are because of Johan Cruyff. I don't know if you know this. They were a relegation team when he joined. Not even the biggest club in Holland. And he came there as a 17-year-old and became their best player at 21, became their captain. And then he brought it over to FC Barcelona. The La Masia Academy was born through the principles that Johan Cruyff and Rinus Michels eventually brought in. He came back to Ajax. What did he do at the ripe old age of 31? Won the league again. And then he goes to them and says, I want another deal. I'm your best player. Give me another deal. They said no. He said, okay, then I'll go to your biggest rivals, Feyenoord. And at 33 years of age, he wins the league and the cup double with Feyenoord, who haven't been able to do it since. At Ajax, when he came back from Feyenoord, he says, you know your mistakes now, I'm going to be your manager. He goes there and he brings through some of Ajax's best academy players, Dennis Bergkamp being one of them. But as a manager, he's most well known for bringing through the dream team at Barcelona. Romario, Laudrup and Hristo Stoichkov. And again, won everything that he needed to do. Even Pep Guardiola says that he would not be the manager he is without Cruyff. Now, you can say what you want about the GOATs and certain stats and this and that, and I hear you. But this is one man who single-handedly brought football from black and white into Technicolor.
Wait. You say he is the best manager of all time, right? Because he taught Pep Guardiola, right? But have you ever heard the phrase, the student becomes the master? He might be the pioneer, but Pep is the greatest.
So we're agreeing that without Johan Cruyff, there would be no Pep. Next.
Are you saying that he's the best player and the best manager, but he's not the best manager or the best player?
As an overall influence in football, there is no greater person to be involved in football than Johan Cruyff.
What about Arsene Wenger? Would you say that he revolutionised even a greater league than Johan Cruyff?
Okay, next.
I'm trying to think of other players that were top 10, 20 players and also really good managers.
I've got one.
And I'm thinking of Zidane at the moment.
Hey.
Would everyone here agree Zidane was a better player than Cruyff?
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah.
So now you've got the manager side of it. Is he a better manager than Cruyff was? I'm too young to know what Cruyff did with a team, okay? But I know what Zidane did.
Three in a
Three
row.
Champions Leagues in a row.
That Real Madrid team, it was a brilliant team. We're looking at both of the teams that Cruyff built, bringing through young blood, bringing through youngsters. He's the reason we know who Pep Guardiola is. Luis Enrique was the Cruyff system. Pep was the Cruyff system. We talk about total football. We're now watching different indignations of the Cruyff system. Pep Guardiola studied at the Johan Cruyff Institute. A lot of these great managers did.
Well, hold on. You're contradicting yourself though, because you're saying that Cruyff is the greatest because he came first. You know what I mean? He paved the way. He taught the managers, right?
It's one of the reasons, yeah.
Is Pele your GOAT? Is he the greatest of all time?
No, I just said Cruyff is.
So Cruyff is the best player of all time?
In the metrics I've just mentioned.
No,
he
I'm
is.
just saying right now, your best player of all time. Who is it?
Yeah, the most influential best player is Johan Cruyff, yeah.
Johan Cruyff. Okay, fair.
I'm going to give you a green. I'd say you're on about a 5 out of 10.
Take
I'd
it.
say you made some valid points, but I do think Guardiola does overshadow him in a lot of the points you've made.
I'm going to go with a 3 out of 10. Pep Guardiola is the greatest manager. You're basically saying because Cruyff came first, he's better.
I'm going to go for green.
Man United and Tottenham together, I like this.
Yeah, I disagree with him because Cruyff was obviously a lot better a player than Pep, so you've got to take both of them into account. The one I'm really comparing it to is Zidane. You've stood up there and you made some great points today, so I respect it. And I'm going to give you a green. I'm also going to give you a 7 because it's not that bad. If you're talking player and manager, you can have it, mate.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm going to go green. I'm going to give you a 5, only because you're putting both together and you're doing it as a collective, player and manager all together. He laid the foundations for what came later. You're not saying that the future managers are worse or better.
No, exactly, yeah.
You're just saying that he laid the foundation, I think.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to give you a green. I'm going to give you a 6 out of 10.
Nice.
I think for the combination, it's definitely a fair point. You raised some very valid points there as well. So yeah, overall, pretty compelling argument, pretty convincing.
So Dev, well done, mate. Really compelling argument there. You scored 26 points.
Yeah.
Next up, we have got Nathan, a Liverpool fan. Obviously just won the league, but they have stolen Newcastle's best player. So, a bit out of order really, Nathan. But Nathan, come on in, mate. Come on in, mate. Come on.
Thank
I've got a
you.
good statement.
Thank you. So my statement is, football fans shouldn't have to support their local team.
I agree.
Thank
already.
you. All done. Let's go home. Obviously, I'm a Scouser, as you can tell by my accent. You know, obviously not. I've supported Liverpool my whole life. I'm an unk. I don't look like it. I use good cocoa butter, so I look a lot younger than I am. We've been through some bad times at Liverpool Football Club, but the point is, I could have gone to Manchester United. I chose Liverpool. I understand why people support their local, but the people who do support their local shouldn't look down on people around the world who support that team as well, because football is a global sport.
I support Tottenham. My local would be Stevenage. Okay, Stevenage got promoted, I think, season 4 last, and everyone was out. Everyone was celebrating. All the players were out in the clubs. You know, I think if that happens in your local, you shouldn't not support them.
I do agree with that. Like, wherever you are from, like, you should have to be able to celebrate that sort of thing. Like, if Slough Town got promoted, you know, I'd definitely support them. Absolutely.
What league are they in? Where are they placed?
They're in just below the National League. They are.
What's the goalkeeper's name?
I don't think your opinion is too crazy, but do you think that for someone that I say I'm as an Arsenal fan, do I think that an Arsenal fan in Australia holds as much weight as me who lives on Arsenal Way?
I wouldn't say your opinion holds more weight if you're talking about like players and things like that, but local, as in community wise and things like that, I think that you have more association with the club because it's your local.
But are we confusing local and locality with size? Because I think the minute you say local, it sounds like small club.
Lower league, if you know what I mean. So a lot of them are usually more on that sort of vibe.
If the club, Arsenal for say, were to be giving away tickets to a game, and I lined up and my friend John lined up, but John, he's from north of the river, he lives up near Newcastle, and we're both there, do you think I deserve that ticket more than John? If there's one ticket, no workaround, who would you rather give it to?
I'll just set up a fight or something, see who wins. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree, and I'm gonna give that a 9. To be fair, because like I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't agree. For number one, I'm from Birmingham, I support Man United. Like everyone will say that.
I'm gonna agree, and I'm gonna give you a 10 because I'm from London. I support Man City. You know what I mean?
I'm going to agree as well. I'm going to give it an 8. At the end of the day, you should be able to support who you want for whatever reasons you want to do so.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I'm going to give you a 9 because, once again, it's supposed to be an unpopular opinion. But congratulations, Nathan. You win again. The comments love you. Nathan. Give us a break, all right? Let someone else win for once.
I'm going to give you a 7 purely based on the fact that I really rate how highly the foreign fans have to wake up at 3 a.m. just to watch games, and that can sometimes be a bit of a slouch. So I respect them for that.
Listen, I won't lie, as a Brighton fan, supporting my local, it did hurt a little bit, but do you know what? Fair play. You scored an absolute whopping 43 points. Outrageous. So, congrats on everything. Well done, mate.